Hey everybody, welcome right back to the channel. Everybody, welcome right back to the channel. Listen, let me tell you something. I said it in the other video. It's been crazy when it comes to basketball. The NBA was one of them as well. Crazy greatness going on out here. Now let me tell you something. A lot of crazy stuff been in sports too, but it's been fun. It's been real fun. Before we get into all that though, my name's Isaiah. Welcome back. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me and subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, all that stuff. If you like the videos, hit the like button on all the videos. If you support the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the channel and you support it, and then hit that bell notification to know when I post and upload new videos, all that good stuff, right? The NBA has been great. This past week's been a little wild. I am not gonna lie to you. It is a microcosm of how the year's been going. Like the Hawks have started getting on a real great rhythm. Been on a great rhythm for a little bit. Been putting in a lot of work, especially since, without Sherry Young, they've been solid, really good. But when they made that trade, they've been even better. Been really good, really great. Been really cooking, making a lot of great plays, a lot of great stuff happening. The Hawks beat the Magic 124-112. A real good Magic team too, who's getting back in a rhythm. Getting healthier, stuff like that. They beat them. That was a great win by them. Great win by the Hawks. The Warriors beat the Wizards. The Warriors have been struggling real bad. Getting the win against the Wizards was big, but they've been struggling really bad, especially basically since Steph Curry got injured. A little while ago. The Trailblazers beat the Nets 114-95. The Celtics ended up beating the Suns, 120-112. Both teams have been really good this year. Really better than expectations. They've been really good. That was a competitive game as well. The Bulls beat the Grizzlies, though, 132-107. And the Pelicans and the Mavericks are still in contention for that last spot in the West in the play-in. And the Pelicans beat the Mavericks 129-111. That was a big win for the Pelicans, The Spurs and the Clippers played against each other. That was a great game between those two. Hard-fought game, hard competitive game. I remember when I believe the Clippers were up 25 points against the Spurs when they were in San Antonio, and the Spurs came back and beat the Clippers. Now they came back. The Clippers tried to return the favor, but the Spurs ended up beating them 119-115. But this game on Monday was really fun defensively, speaking for both teams. The Lakers and Rockets. Now, the offense was a little up and down, but mostly it was the defense that was doing a lot of great stuff. Kevin Durant had 16 points in the first half. You know what the Lakers held him to? In the second half, 2 points. Big two, It was 2 points. And after that, they forced him to, 6 turnovers as well in that second half. He struggled real bad, They double-teamed him. The Rockets' offense has to be better. I'll be honest, watching that game, that offense was bad. Coach Ime Udoka, I don't know what went down. I believe he's a great coach. Some people are saying he's not. I think a lot of people are saying he is, though. But that was piss poor. Now, I know they don't have VanVleet. And really, when they have Steven Adams, they're really good offense. They're better offensively than what they have been since he's been injured. And I understand because of screen setting. He's really good passing out of the post. Passing in that post area, passing out of it. You know what I'm saying? But you can put him in the key, in the free throw line area. He can make the plays for you. But with that being said, and I respect a lot about Steven Adams. He's a beast. I love how he plays the game of basketball. But offensively and defensively. But this is bad, though. This has been bad for real bad for the Rockets, man. VanVleet, they need a point guard. Shepard, he's trying to be the best version of a point guard he can be. Amir Thompson is too, but they just need a point guard, a true point guard. VanVleet, maybe they need to draft another one in this draft too, so they don't have these type of issues and develop him into being a point guard or being that true point guard. Like a lot, there's some definitely good point guards in this class. So you just got to set the offense better. And they got to be better. The Lakers have been great defensively for a little while, even during losing those 2 games. I think it was the Suns and Magic and stuff like that. They were doing good defensively, not bad since but they've been good defensively overall for a while since the All-Star break. Maybe a little bit before that too. They have been good defensively, and they did a great job Monday. But these 2 games have been really amazing. We'll talk about that. a little bit. Tuesday was crazy too. The Hornets blew out the Heat. The Hornets blew out the Heat. The Heat is a real good team. They're a top 6 team, I believe, in the Eastern Conference. The Hornets is the 10th seed, trying to creep up into that top 6, and they blew them out bad. They blew them out bad, man. 136 to 106, 30 points. The Magic's lost their second game in a row. Obviously, y'all know they lost to the Hawks on that Monday. Tuesday, they also lost to the Thunder, a great team. They played some tough teams, the Magic did. 108 to 113, they lost to them. Okay, the Magic do not want to go on losing streaks. Okay, especially at this late juncture with stuff being tight. And the Thunder are trying to keep pulling away, get the #1 seed throughout the whole NBA. Now, the Pistons, great job this year. Fantastic. They beat the Wizards 130 to 117. They've been fantastic. Kate Cunningham is a top 5 MVP candidate. He's on my, if I was making a list, he's on my first team All-NBA. He's in that top 5 for sure. The Knicks blew out the Pacers 136 to 110. And the Cavaliers they were in a tight battle with them Bucks, but they ended up winning 123 to 116. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this, man. The Cavs have been great with James Harden. He's been fantastic, setting the show, making plays, hitting shots. He's been a boss. Big-time baller. The Timberwolves got a big win against the Suns. The Suns lost 2 games in a row at this point. Losing to the Celtics and now losing to the Timberwolves at that time on the Tuesday back-to-back. Timberwolves ended up getting that big win. Okay, that big win. They got a big win, 116 to 104. Okay, and then the Nuggets end up blowing out the 76ers, 124 to 96. The starters for the Nuggets barely had to do much, and then the Spurs dominated the Kings, 132 to 104. Okay, now Wednesday got a little wild too, though. This is where it got real fun. The Celtics blew out the Warriors, 120 to 99, and by this time the Trailblazers won against the Pacers. That was a big win. Why is that? Because the Trailblazers are now ahead of the Warriors officially after this, after that Wednesday, and the Thunder blew out the Nets, 121 to 92. Okay, and then the Raptors end up blowing out the Bulls 139 to 109. And the Timberwolves blew out the Jazz 147 to 111. Just beatdowns of beatdowns. The Clippers blew out the Clippers lost in the blowout, lost to the Pelicans. Pelicans got the win, man. They in some good spots right now. They have a chance. 2 games, man, 124 to 109. And then the Hawks at this point, I believe, won 11 straight games, 135 to 120. Greatness right there against the Mavericks. Now, in the makeup game, though, this is important for the Nuggets. They lost to the Grizzlies. They don't want to lose to the Grizzlies and teams like that when you are in that 3-6 fight doghouse that you're in. And the Nuggets are in there. They lost that makeup game. That was for January 25th. Now it's for March 18th, almost 2 months later. Now, this Lakers and Rockets game was fun. It was better offensively. The Lakers did a great job defensively in the first half against Kevin Durant, only holding him to 2 points. Okay, but then in the second half, he got going. The Rockets got going. They ended up winning the quarter, 37 to 22. That fourth quarter, though, from start all the way to finish, LeBron James and Luka Doncic was amazing, flat out great. Made shots after shots after shots after shots. I'll tell you this. With about 5 to 6 minutes left, Luka came back in, and it was a whole different ball game. It was even worse. LeBron was cooking in that fourth quarter like he was cooking in the first half. He ended up having 30 points, only missed 1 shot. Should have been a foul call, but that's neither here nor there. Luka balled out, hitting threes, getting passes, dominating that fourth quarter. The Lakers took over in the fourth quarter and put the Rockets in bad positions all through fourth quarter. And that's when, in the clutch moments, they ended up winning 124 to 116. They are officially 20-6, I believe, in the NBA in clutch moments, clutch games, and Nat is number 1 in the NBA, while the Rockets are 18-20. They've been struggling in the clutch. A part of that, to me, is the point guard play, the offense not being in good positions. But I'm telling you, that game was still fun, though, from top to bottom. Thursday, Hornets ended up forcing the Magic to lose 3 straight. 3 straight. The Hornets ended up beating the Magic 130 to 111. The Hornets were balling. The Pistons destroyed the Wizards again, 117 to 95. And the Lakers and the Heat. This is an important one because this is a big one. Okay, the Lakers ended up winning 134-126. It was a tight game here. The third quarter, the Lakers started pulling away. They had the win. I think they were down like 5 points at half, if I'm not mistaken. And then all of a sudden, they ended up dominating that third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, they were really good. They became clutch. Luka had 60 points. That's the second Laker to have 60 points. He's the newest Laker to have 60 points since Kobe Bryant did. The last game he played, God rest his soul. Okay, Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest we ever seen play basketball. Okay, and he has 62 or something like that in his last game against the Jazz. I believe that was in 2020. But this was really important because Bam did something special too. He broke Kobe Bryant's record. It was 82. He ended up having 83 against the Wizards about a few weeks ago. Balled out, was legendary. We celebrate him. There's people hating, and I know a little bit. I think why, because he passed Kobe Bryant, and people didn't think he was, out of all the players that would pass him, maybe a LeBron, maybe a Kevin Durant, maybe a Steph Curry, someone of that nature. They didn't think he would pass Kobe Bryant. Now let me tell you something. I celebrated because, he made a lot of great shots. They gave him the ball. They put him the ball in his hands. They were dealing with injuries too. Bam was doing his great thing, man. They fouled him too. That was on them. That ain't on him. Right? They fouled him. They kept fouling him. He made free throw after free throw, and got it to the 80 and got it to 83. If he was 11 for 22 and made about all his free throws, he would have had over 100 points. He would have broke Will Chamberlain's record. So Bam Adebayo did a fantastic job, but he know how that feels for Luka. It's hard to get 60, let alone 83. And Luka did that. And he celebrated. That's a great game right there. Great game from the Lakers, 134 to 126. Bam Adebayo was jokingly saying, "Hey, people see how hard it is to get 60, stuff like that." Paraphrasing, but yeah, man, a shout out to them, man. They did a great job. Shout out to Bam too. It was legendary, magical in that game, flat out legendary. And I gotta celebrate him a lot. Cavs versus Bulls. The Cavs end up winning 115 to 110. They were in a close one with the Bucks, but it don't matter because they got another big win against the Bulls. Got another big win, and it don't matter how close it is. Now the Pelicans beat the Clippers again. That's 2 games in a row. Back-to-back games they played. Clippers and Pelicans. The Pelicans got that win, 105 to 99. The Spurs. Wemby hit a game winner. Hit him with that boom. Hit him with that shot. Dribbled to the right. Hit him with a pull-up. Beat the Suns by 1 point, 101 to 100. Great stuff right there. The Jazz blew out the Bucks, though. That was a shocker. Because the Bucks are still trying to get to 10. They probably not going to get to 10. But they probably not going to get the play-in situation. Okay. I think after the Hornets, everyone else is done. For real. And the Bucks has proved that, losing 128 to 96 against the Jazz. The 76ers beat the Kings 139 to 118. Big time whooping. Now, Friday, here we go. Friday. Oh, my goodness. The Nets, remember they had 92 against the Thunder? They also had 92 against the Knicks, but they only lost by 1 point. It was 93 to 92. They were in a dogfight battle. The Knicks gave them a lot of problems, and the Nets gave them a lot of problems. The Knicks problems on defense. Okay? That was a great defensive game from both teams. Real great. Now, I remember when I told y'all the Warriors were struggling. Well, they did again. The Pistons beat the Warriors. I'm sorry. They beat the Warriors. Now, this is crazy because before the All-Star break, February, beginning around that time, I think, before the All-Star break, Steph Curry got injured, okay, against the Pistons in Golden State. He hasn't played since then, and the Pistons beat the Warriors by maybe almost a similar score, it seemed like, 115 to 101. Draymond Green, I believe, I think he took 2 shots and that was it. He struggled, only had 5 rebounds, 6 assists. When Draymond Green is playing and he doesn't have Steph Curry, it is a nightmare, especially this year. This team ain't good enough for him not to show up. He has to show up, and he hasn't showed up. And it's been tough to watch. The Warriors play better without Draymond Green if Steph Curry's not on the floor. So, I think Draymond Green could probably come off the bench maybe at some point to help the team better. We'll see. But yeah, the Warriors been struggling, man. They lost I think out of the 12 games, I think they're 2-10 or something crazy. 2-8, 2-10. They've been losing bad, man. They beat the Rockets, which was shocking, but that tells you how up and down the Rockets have been when it comes to offense too. They almost beat the Knicks. They lost to them. Choked that game too. You remember that. The Rockets beat the Hawks. The Hawks were on a 11-game win streak, but the Rockets need this win bad, so they ended up beating the Hawks 117 to 95. The Celtics beat the Grizzlies 117 to 112, and then the Trailblazers beat the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves needed that win clearly to still be in that hopefully that third, fourth, fifth seed. I think they're still like third. But the Trailblazers got the win, and now they're eighth in the West. And that's important because you have 2 chances to get to the playoffs if you're an 8th or 7th seed. So that means if you lose that 7th, 8th matchup, you still have a chance and you'll have home court advantage. So that's a big win for the Trailblazers against the Timberwolves. And then the Raptors end up beating the Nuggets. The Nuggets beat the Raptors. I'm sorry. 121 to 115. That was a big one for the Nuggets to get. And the Raptors are still, I believe, the 5th seed. Now, we all here on Saturday, baby. 5 p.m. is going to be the Thunder versus the Wizards. The Grizzlies, then the Hornets at 7. But this one's going to be big. The Lakers have lost 4 out of their last 5 matches against the Magic. And this is a big win for the Lakers. They want to get that Magic, especially after this year. They lost to the Magic in a close game. They're trying to beat the Magic in Orlando, okay? And they're trying to keep their winning streak to 9. Get to a 9-game winner, okay? That's the goal, okay? And they have a chance to do that, okay? Also, the Cavs play the Pelicans. Pelicans have been on fire. They are the 10th seed. They are only about 7 to 8 games behind that 10th spot. And there is about, I believe, 16 games left in the season. So the Pelicans have a lot to do, but they have a chance. And it starts with the Cavs. They got to beat the Cavs in New Orleans. But the Cavs are trying to get up higher than the 4th seed. They're trying to get to the Knicks past them. It's going to be hard to pass the Celtics, but they're trying to get up to 2nd if they can. Okay, the Warriors and the Hawks have been on fire. The Warriors have been struggling bad. The Hawks have a chance to beat the Warriors and beat them down even more. The Rockets play the Heat. That's going to be a fun game as well on Saturday. And the Spurs versus Pacers, that's going to be a heck of a game. The Mavericks play the Clippers, and then the Jazz play the 76ers as well. And the Suns on NBA TV play the Bucks, okay, as well. And it's Sunday, okay, this is going to be fun on NBA TV. Trailblazers versus Nuggets, that's going to be a fun game. That's going to be a real great game. Nets and Kings, okay, Wizards and Knicks as well. And the Timberwolves on the NBC Peacock. The Celtics just seem like they always play on NBC Peacock, man. They do. Hey, they be on NBC a lot. I believe the Celtics, they especially these night ones, the 8 p.m. ones, they beat the Lakers. I believe they beat the 76ers. And they have a chance to play the Timberwolves as well on NBC at 8 p.m. They've done this 3 different times. I've noticed they probably did it more at 8 p.m. on NBC, but the Celtics have been good on that time. And the Suns and Raptors, almost similar records, have a great chance. The Suns are 7th, the Raptors are 5th. Raptors 5th in the East. The Suns are 7th in the West. And that's a big one. Now, overall, though, like I said, Bam did a great job, got the 83. Bam's been really good this year overall. I really believe that. He's been really good trying to carry the Heat, dealing with Tyler Hero injury, and their Powell. Powell was an all-star. He was balling, though. Powell, has been great. Besides the injuries, he's been cooking. He's been really good. The Warriors, like I said, have been struggling bad, been having a horrendous year since. It's been up and down. They've had great moments, but when Steph Curry got hurt, really when Jimmy Butler got hurt, they were already struggling. But when Steph Curry got hurt, that broke the camel's back right there. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. And they have been bad, like really bad, especially when Draymond Green's playing. When he's not playing, their offense look good, but the defense is still struggling a little bit, which has really kind of been up and down all year. But when Draymond Green's playing without Steph Curry, I'm telling you right now, it is bad, it is not good, and it is terrible. So that sucks. And then the Timberwolves, the Lakers are 3rd. I believe the Timberwolves are 4th. I think the Rockets are 5th. That could be flipped, though. And the Nuggets are 6th as of right now. And I believe that to be true. So I'm pretty excited to see how things go. I'm really excited to see how things play out this season, because there's been a lot of great games, a lot of great teams, a lot of hot streaks. Hawks was been on a hot streak. Hornets also been good. The Thunder back on track. They had a little stumble after starting out 24-1, but they've been cooking. Okay, and when they get healthy, oh my goodness, when they get healthy, they're on a different level. They're on a different level, man. You know what I mean? They're on a different level. Okay, they're on a different level. Now, also, some of the things for example, let me tell you something. The UFL, they've had some great situations. On Saturday, March 28th at noon, that's coming up as well. That's something coming up. as well up in there. Okay, that's something coming up. That's gonna be a fun one. The UFL, I like that league. I do. They're really good, really good, really good. So I'm pretty excited about that. You know what I'm saying about that as well. Starting up on March 28th. Some more football. You can't go against football. Love that stuff as well. So that's coming up. You know, I'm pretty excited about the NBA though. I'll tell the truth. I really am. And I hope y'all are excited as well. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace and have a good one.